it's the holiday season, and it'll be everyone's first chance to see some of the recently announced initiatives that Macy's announced in action. Let's have a look inside. One of the first things that shoppers are going to notice that's different this holiday season compared to previous ones are things like this, gifts we love. These are special gifts that Macy's and its buyers have chosen that they think are unique for shoppers, and this represents and embodies the pivot that Macy's is trying to make. CEO Jeff Gennette calls it an effort to retrieve Macy's fashion authority, which basically means that Macy's would become a store, once again, where you go to buy special things rather than things that every other chain has. So the Gifts We Love initiative extends beyond clothing to areas like tech, which is an area where Macy's has really been pushing hard in the last few years. A couple of years ago they introduced Apple stores, and they have a new Samsung boutique. And the idea here is to diversify their product assortment, because Macy's, like other department stores, is heavily dependent on apparel, and overall the apparel industry sales have been in decline. So this allows them to renew and refresh their offering and bring in a new kind of customer. And INC is also a big representation of what CEO Jeff Gennette is trying to do as he remakes Macy's. It is Macy's largest brand by far. He wants to take the percentage of sales that Macy's gets from exclusive and private items from 29% of sales to 40% of sales. And to do that, he is reducing the number of suppliers that Macy's work with, but those that remain will be asked to dedicate a certain amount of their manufacturing capability just for Macy's, so that it can react more quickly when there's a fashion trend it wants to jump off. And the idea here is to help Macy's compete better with the fast fashion chains. Here we are in Last Act, which is not a new initiative for the holiday season, but it's a cornerstone of Jeff Gennette's efforts to shed Macy's promotional image. So what it means is that in each department, in each store as well, Macy's is concentrating items that are sold on clearance. And so that way, when you have 70, 80, 90% off signs, it's in one part of the store, and it doesn't infect the higher end aura of the rest of the store. Plus, an added benefit for Macy's is that it can bring in newer merchandise more frequently and more quickly. Basically, Macy's is trying to go from being a company that sells a lot of stuff to a lot of people, to a company that is a tastemaker and that helps customers know what is hot, what is desirable. The result of that is that it will lead to less discounting if Macy's has products that are different from everyone else, but also if people feel like when they go to Macy's they'll get a bit more from the sales staff in terms of ideas for things to buy.